Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hazeeq, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Glmr. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Now, taking a look at the daily chart, you can obviously see that we're losing our January 2023 low, and that is not a good thing by any means. Well, unless you like buying cheap prices, which I like doing very much. Some people seem to be disturbed by the price drop. Now, if you are that worried about the price action of a token, then you shouldn't be involved with that project, because if you don't think the project is sustainable over a long period of time, then why are you buying into this thing? So if it drops another 10%, are you going to sell at a loss? If you don't believe in the project long term, don't buy into it. That's not a financial advice. That's just, a logical conclusion, because if you don't believe into something, don't get involved with it. Now, on the other hand, if you do believe in Glmr and in Moonbeam, you are good to accumulate at these lower prices. I, for instance, am staking all of my tokens on the Moonbeam network, and I'm earning some passive income as well. So that is good for anyone who has the Glmr tokens. You can do that through the Nova app, or you can do that through the Moonbeam network, obviously. And yeah, so taking a look at some resistance levels that we may run into. For example, if any of you are looking for swing trades, you could be targeting the 20 MA for just a small bounce, because we haven't had a bounce since April 2022. So we are a bit overextended from the 20 MA. The 20 EMA is a bit overextended from the 55 EMA, so that is also something to keep in mind. And we just lost this support level at the start of the month at 31.5 cents, so we could see a retracement all the way back there for a back test of resistance. So a 14% move to the upside is possible from where we are right now back to this level, retest it as resistance, and then come back down. Now, when we come back down, we either print a higher low, or obviously we go lower and we continue with this pullback. No one knows what's going to play out or how is it going to play out, but I would just, I wouldn't really care that much, because like I said, when I was making videos back here about Glmr, let me just zoom out a little bit. So we were making videos all the way back, I think it was around 75 cents back in July last year. I think September as well, we were sitting at like 50 cents, 60 cents. And I said that I would start buying in below 40 cents. And that's exactly what I started doing once I accumulated all the other altcoins that I was looking to get into. So right now, I think my average buy-in price is somewhere around 38 cents, maybe a bit less than that, 36. But I'm definitely going to be buying into Glmr once again. All of my buy alerts, as always, are going to be on Patreon, as well as a lot of other exclusive content that you can get access to for 7 days for free. So feel free to check out the link down below in the description. But also, what could end up happening is we could see a retest of the purple block above us. So we could go all the way up here and back test that, right? And that is also assuming that we break above the 55 EMA at that point. That's going to be the red trend line there. So that's just an opportunity for you to swing trade if you're looking to do that. Personally, I would just stay away from swing trading, especially if you're not experienced in that regard. I would just be looking at holding long-term and, just staking, earning that passive income, because whatever you're going to make on that swing trade is not worth the risk of selling at some point and the price going even higher and doing a 3, 4, 5, 10x while you're sitting back here with your cash hoping for that pullback just because you were a bit greedy and you wanted to buy in, let's say at 36 cents, but the price never came back down. It went to 36.5, reversed, and then, off the price went and the token went into space basically. So that's just something that happened to me on numerous occasions, and I learned from those mistakes, and I'm just trying to pass on this knowledge and this experience to you guys just so you don't make the same sort of mistakes. Now, taking a look at the daily RSI, we are in this blue support block, and once again, once you're in the blue support block, that is a massive, massive buying opportunity. Just like we had a massive buying opportunity back in May 2022, we have a massive buying opportunity right now in May 2023. However, you can see that the price was sitting way higher here at around about, when was $1.22. So if you were buying in May of 2022, you should definitely be averaging in right now, because that's going to bring down your average buy-in price, approximately to 50, 60 cents, even 70 cents is not that bad, especially if you were buying in at these higher prices, at $5, $6. Just don't be too greedy in that regard. If you are given an opportunity to buy in, use that opportunity to a logical extent. Obviously, don't throw all your money into Glmr at one price and don't have your entire basket or your entire money in one basket. So diversify. But Glmr is definitely a strong asset to have in your portfolio if you're bullish on the Polkadot ecosystem. So let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention the YouTube memberships. So if you want to get more exclusive content, you want to support the channel, and you like my content, feel free to check out the memberships. So there is one membership tier here on my channel, which is $6.99, and you'll get access to my exclusive podcast that I do every single week. And now we're starting to invite guests to be on the show as well. And we share low cap gems. We take a look at my portfolio, take a look at my buys. We take a look at the financial markets. We take a look at what's happening with the Fed. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in these podcast episodes, and that's definitely a good way for you to get more content, and it's a great exchange of value. So thank you all, and let's continue with the video. Now, taking a look at the weekly chart, so we have a descending resistance trend line that we've been retesting for quite a bit. So you can see we had a retest back in August 2022, back in February, a few months ago, and this is a very, very popular trend line, so to speak, among altcoins. So a lot of altcoins have printed an August high, and since then, they've been bouncing off that diagonal descending resistance trend line, and they've been getting suppressed by that trend line. So as long as we stay below it, you're potentially going to be seeing lower lows. Now, when we break above it eventually, and we get the volume indicator confirming that breakout, where we have volume spikes, confirming the breakout, right? That is going to be your massive, massive buying signal. So if you want to stay on the sidelines for now and wait until we are in the uptrend phase, you can do that, of course, but obviously you're going to miss out on some gains. You're going to miss out potentially on a 2 to 3x from these buying prices here. So you have to understand that. But yeah, that's also something that you can do. Some people do that. They just wait until we reverse. You can even wait until we break above the August 2022 high, which is at 80 cents, right? But if you want to wait that long, obviously you're going to miss out on potentially a 3x, 3x from here. So I'm not willing to take that chance. I'm just going to be buying in as the price keeps dipping. If it's going to continue dipping, obviously we don't know where it's going to reverse, but with this Fibonacci retracement, we could get an idea. So the swing high here was printed in February this year, and the swing low obviously in January this year. And we have our 1.618 target sitting at 25 cents on the dot. So that is going to be a massive, massive support level for us to hold, and or massive fib level for us to hold. So 25 cents, you can set up some buy limit orders in advance, slightly above the support, obviously slightly above the fib level, because you never want to have round numbers in your limit orders. But I would say 25 could be the bottom. Obviously, we don't know where we're gonna bottom out. We could eventually, have some sort of a wick to the downside where we dip below 20 cents and have a massive recovery. That is also possible in case of a black swan event, right? In case we see another 25 basis points hike in June, we could, do that as well. So just keep your eyes on the price action, keep your eyes on the news, And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Not a lot to talk about here. Obviously, if you want to look at long-term targets, I would be looking at $10 to $14 as our bull market target. The inflation of the token is supposedly going to end sometime in October. And once that happens, we can obviously, the price isn't going to be suppressed that much by token dumps, because if there are no new unlocks, there is no new unlocks for the circulation, then the price isn't going to be getting that much suppressed, and it's going to be easier for it to breathe and to move to the upside. And obviously it's going to be easier for the price to move to the upside. So hopefully that breakdown calms you down a bit, because I know some people are getting worried with the price action. I'm not worried at all. I'm staking and holding long term. This absolutely does not matter to me. But obviously, if you entered for a short-term position and you were hoping for a little pump, you could be in a bit of trouble, because I don't know if we're going to be seeing that retracement right now, or we're going to have to wait until August/September. So just keep that in mind. And thank you all for watching. Let me know if I missed out anything important on the charts. I'm going to see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.